Ever wondered why some may effortlessly capture the attention of any woman they meet? It's not about looks, money, or status. It's about how they speak. High-value men possess a secret weapon. And it's not what you might think. Their words leave women missing them, even when they're not around. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal exactly how you can speak to a woman in a way that keeps her thinking about you long after you've said goodbye. Pay close attention, because this will change the way you interact with women forever. The power of first impressions. Setting the stage for lasting attraction. First impressions are the bedrock of how high value may create a sense of longing and intrigue. However, most men get this wrong. They focus too much on trying to impress a woman right away, whether through physical appearance, flashy stories, or overwhelming charm. High-value men understand that the initial conversation is not about winning her over. It's about creating a subtle, lasting imprint in her mind. The real secret lies in how these men make a woman feel during that first interaction. They recognize that women are more emotionally attuned than me, picking up on subtle cues, body language, tone of voice, and even the energy projected. Therefore, how you carry yourself, even before you say a single word, determines whether she'll think about you long after the conversation ends. The unspoken language of confidence. Confidence isn't something you can fake. It's deeply rooted in how you view yourself and your place in the world. A high-value man walks into any situation knowing that he brings value. His posture is straight, his movements deliberate, and his speech calm. When he speaks, he isn't rushing through sentences or filling the air with unnecessary words. Every word is intentional. This unhurried pace does something powerful. It forces her to pay attention. Speaking slowly and with confidence signals to her subconscious that you're in control. Confidence in speech is not about being loud or forceful, it's about being measured and purposeful. Women are naturally drawn to me, who don't feel the need to prove themselves. With every sentence, silence, when used correctly, can be one of your greatest assets. High-value men aren't afraid of pauses in conversation. They understand that a moment of silence allows the woman time to process, reflect, and internalize what has just been said. It creates a vacuum she will want to fill. And more often than not, she'll want to continue the conversation to impress you. Emotional control is attractive. Women are hardwired to seek security and stability. In men, high-value me project emotional stability by controlling their reactions. If she throws a teasing comment or a light challenge your way, don't react emotionally or defensively. Instead, high-value men know how to laugh it off or turn it into a playful challenge of their own. This shows her that you're not easily rattled, which is incredibly attractive. Emotional resilience signals that you can handle pressure, a key trait that women seek, often subconsciously, in a partner. Every conversation presents an opportunity for a high-value ma to demonstrate emotional maturity, which leaves a lasting impression. When you remain unreactive, she'll start to see you as someone different, someone who stands out from the crowd of me, eager to please or quick to react defensively. You'll come across as calm, composed, and most importantly, confident. Subtle gestures that speak volumes. High-value men don't need grand gestures to stand out. They understand that subtle actions speak louder than words. Something as small as the way you shake her hand, The calmness in your voice, or how you smile when she speaks, can make a significant impact. Women are constantly reading body language, often more than men realize. High-value men exude warmth and control through small, calculated gestures, whether it's maintaining eye contact, oughting to show you're listening, or keeping your hands relaxed and never fidgeting. No to the mystery factor. Mystery is an underappreciated art in modern dating, especially in a world where people are used to oversharing on social media. High-value men know that revealing everything to Sue takes away the excitement and intrigue from the interaction. Women are naturally drawn to things they don't fully understand, and that's exactly why being slightly mysterious can be incredibly attractive. The psychology behind mystery. The psychology behind this is simple. When something is unknown or only partially revealed, our brains crave resolution. We tend to obsess over things that aren't fully clear because we want to figure them out. High-value men use this to their advantage. From the very first moment a high-value man speaks, he offers just enough information to pique her interest, but not enough to satisfy her curiosity. For example, if she asks what he does for work, he might respond, "It's a little complicated, but I enjoy it." The small response leaves her with more questions, meaning she'll think about him later, replaying the conversation in her mind and trying to figure him out. She'll want to know more, and that's precisely what makes her miss him. Deliberate ambiguity. The key here is to be deliberate with your ambiguity. High-value men don't avoid questions to be frustrating. They use ambiguity as a way to keep the conversation flowing. It's about showing enough while leaving certain things unsaid. For instance, if she asks about your hobbies or what you enjoy doing in your free time, instead of listing everything, you could say, "I've been working on a project that's really exciting. I'll tell you about it sometime." This response leaves her wondering what it is, and her curiosity grows. She'll look forward to the next conversation because she's eager to hear the story. Mystery isn't about being evasive. It's about creating a sense of depth. High-value men understand that they don't need to share every detail about their lives to spark a woman's interest. In fact, the less you reveal, the more she'll fill in the blanks with her imagination, oft making you even more intriguing than if you shared too much. Strategic silence. Another essential aspect of mystery is knowing when not to speak. In many conversations, silence can be uncomfortable for some, but high-value men thrive in these moments. They allow the quiet to build a bit of tension. If you're always filling in the gaps, you never give her the space to think about her feelings. High-value men will let moments of quiet linger after delivering a particularly intriguing statement or question. These brief pauses not only convey confidence, but also create suspense. Imagine asking her a deep or thought-provoking question, and instead of immediately following up, you let the silence linger. This silence compels her to process the conversation more deeply, creating a moment of intimacy that words alone cannot provide. She'll remember that conversation far more vividly because it was more than just words exchanged. It was an emotional experience. Playing the long game. The beauty of mystery is that it's most effective when combined with patience. You're not trying to reveal everything in the first few meetings. High-value men play the long game, understanding that a slow burn is oft more powerful than instant attraction. By revealing just a little bit at a time, you keep her engaged over the long term. Each time she interacts with you, she'll want to know just a bit more. Because you're not laying everything out at once, she'll continue thinking about you in between meetings, trying to figure you out. This gradual reveal builds tension and anticipatio, making her miss you even more. When you're not around, the mystery keeps her coming back, wanting to uncover more layers of who you are. No. 3. Emotional impact. Words are cheap, and anyone can string together a few sentences. What sets high-value men apart is their ability to create emotional experiences. Within every interactio, it's not just about what you say. It's about the emotions you evoke. High-value me understand that women are emotional creatures, and the way you make her feel during a conversatio is far more important than the content of the conversation itself. High-value men don't waste time on small talk. Sure, they might engage in it briefly to warm up the conversatio, but they quickly pivot to deeper, more meaningful discussions. They ask questions that cut to the core of what she values, what excites her, and what makes her unique. By doing this, they create emotional highs and lows. Within the conversation, this emotional roller coaster keeps her engaged and invested in the interactio. Asking thought-provoking questions. One of the best ways to create an emotional experience is by asking questions that make her think and feel. High-value men don't settle for superficial questions, like what's your favorite color or where do you work. Instead, they dive deeper, asking things like, what's something you're passionate about that most people wouldn't know? Or what's the most exciting thing you've done in the past year? These types of questions push the conversation beyond the surface and encourage her to reflect on her own emotions. By asking such questions, you're not only prompting her to think about her experiences, but also creating a sense of connectio. She'll feel that you're genuinely interested, getting to know her on a deeper level, which is rare in today's fast-paced dating world. This emotional depth fosters a bond, making her more likely to miss you when you're not around. Using storytelling to evoke emotio. High-value me also use storytelling as a tool to create emotional impact. But these aren't just any stories. They're designed to evoke specific emotions. For example, if you're trying to build a sense of adventure, you might share a tale about a spontaneous trip you took or an exciting new experience. If you want to evoke vulnerability, you might recount a personal challenge you overcame. The key is to make the stories relatable and emotional. You want her to feel something when she listens to you speak. It's not about impressing her with your accomplishments. It's about creating an emotional connectio that she'll remember long after the conversation ends. When she reflects on the interaction later, she'll think about how you made her feel. Oh, just what you said, creating emotional hooks. Creating emotional hooks involves weaving in elements that resonate with her feelings and experiences, ensuring she connects with your narrative on a deeper level. Creating emotional hooks. A hook is a moment, the conversation that sticks with her long after it's over. These hooks can be created through a well-timed compliment, a playful tease, or even a shared laugh. High-value men know how to plant these emotional hooks throughout the conversatio to ensure she remembers them. For instance, you might compliment her in a unique and specific way, such as, I love how passionate you are about insert topic. It's rare to meet someone with that kind of enthusiasm. This type of compliment isn't just about her looks. It's about her character, making it much more meaningful. She'll replay that compliment in her head later, reminding her of the positive emotions she felt during the conversatio. For the power of absence. Understanding the push-pull dynamic. One of the most powerful tools that high-value men use is the push-pull dynamic. This involves being emotionally available in the moment and then stepping back to create space afterward. High-value men understand that too much of anything, even attention, can dilute its impact. After a great interactio, they create distance not because they're playing games, but because they know the value of space. In those moments of absence, a woman has the opportunity to reflect on the conversatio. She starts to replay it in her mind, remembering how he made her feel, and slowly she begins to miss him. The key here is not to bombard her with texts or constant communication afterward. High-value men give her the space to breathe, allowing her to feel the absence of his presence. This emotional distance makes her realize that she wants more. Why over-communication kills attractio. In today's world of instant messaging, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant communication. However, high-value men know that over-communication can kill attraction. When you're always available, always texting or responding immediately, you leave no room for her to miss you. There's no mystery, no anticipation, and no emotional buildup. High-value men strike the perfect balance by not being overly available. They might wait a few hours before replying to a text, or allow a day to pass before reaching out. This isn't about being rude or aloof. It's about understanding that attraction thrives the space between interactions. When you're not constantly in her face, she has time to wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're not texting her back. This uncertainty fuels her desire to see you again. The art of leaving her wanting more. When high-value men exit a conversation or interactio, they always leave her wanting more. They don't drag out the goodbye or try to keep the conversation going when it starts to dwindle. Instead, they exit at a high point, leaving her on an emotional high. This approach makes her look forward to the next interactio because she didn't get everything she wanted in that moment. For example, after a great. The art of leaving her wanting more. When high-value men exit a conversation or interactio, they always leave her wanting more. Instead of staying until the conversation dies down, they might say, "I've got to argue, but I'd love to continue this conversation another time." This approach only ends the conversation on a positive note, but also plants the seed for future interactio. She'll look forward to seeing you again, and in the meantime she'll miss you. No. 5. Re-engaging. Mastering the art of timing. Re-engagement is a crucial part of the process after creating that space for her to miss you. High-value men are strategic about when and how they re-enter her life. Timing is everything. Reaching out too soon can smother the attractio, while waiting too long can cause the emotional connection to fade. High-value men strike the perfect balance by engaging at just the right moment, when she's had time to miss them, but hasn't yet moved on. This requires a keen understanding of timing and emotional cues. High-value men know how to read a situatio and judge when a woman is ready to hear from them again. They don't just send a casual text. When they re-engage, they do so with purpose. They might bring up a specific moment from the last conversatio, reigniting the emotional connection that was formed. This thoughtful re-engagement shows that they're not just reaching out. For the sake of it, they're continuing. the meaningful interaction that began before. Re-engaging with depth. When high-value men re-engage, they don't revert to surface-level conversations. Instead, they build on the foundation of emotional connectio that was laid during the last interactio. They might reference something specific that was discussed, demonstrating that they were genuinely listening and are invested in her thoughts and feelings. For example, if she mentioned working on a project, they might ask, "How's that project going?" "I've been thinking about what you said." This indicates that they're interested in more than just her looks or basic answers. They want to know what makes her tick. This type of re-engagement strengthens the emotional bond and makes her even more likely to miss you when you're not around. It shows that you're thoughtful, considerate, and invested in her as a person, which is rare in today's dating world. High-value men are just looking for quick, shallow connections. They're building something deeper. And women can sense this, making them want to stay connected. Conclusion: communication is more than just words. High-value men understand how to create emotional depth, mystery, and anticipation in every interactio. They speak in a way that leaves a lasting impressio, creating space for a woman to miss them. When they re-engage, they do so with purpose, deepening the emotional connection each time. By mastering these techniques, you'll notice a shift in the way women respond to you. You'll no longer feel the need to chase or impress. Instead, women will naturally gravitate toward you, drawn by the mystery, confidence, and emotional impact you create. Most importantly, they'll miss you when you're not there, proving once again that high-value men don't chase, they attract.